What it is, what it do, cyber world. It is your girl, the one, the only Ash Said It. AshSaidIt.com, AshSaidIt.com, and welcome back to the Ash Said It Daily Podcast Show. I appreciate all the downloads. You guys saw me on Food Network on Monday. Yeah, help my Yelp. That was a lot of fun. We had a good time with that. But today we've got a treat. I've got an exclusive with one of Atlanta's very own. Yes, we claimed him. He may be leaving us, but we're going to claim him at the moment. Engineer turned actor, the talented Ty Autry. Hey, Ty.
Hey, how's it going?
It is perfection around these parts. How are you doing?
I cannot complain except for the fact I'm battling a giant fly flying around my living room.
Oh, that is not fun. No, fly, shoe fly. Don't bother him. No. So, Ty, definitely appreciate you coming up through to the show today. I know you've got a tight schedule with, opening night just around the corner.
Yes, we're getting prepped for that. It's about 2 weeks away. Actually, 2 weeks from today we open.
Wow. So we're going to jump into that. But at first, I definitely want you to let everybody that's listening know where you're from. What city do you represent?
Sure. So I come from the deep south part of Georgia, a small town called Thomasville, Georgia. And before moving to Atlanta to start my college years, I actually lived in Camilla, Georgia, which resides in a small county like Mitchell County. There's like 15,000 people there. Grew up next to cotton fields, pecan grove, in a city that had like 3 stoplights.
Wow. That is definitely...
I'm a small town country boy.
Definitely. Well, we're certainly glad that you made that jump and made that leap to the A-Town. Wow. So, how you been feeling about this crazy weather we've been getting lately, Ty?
I can't decide which is worse, the crazy weather or the crazy fires, to be honest.
I don't know.
That's happening all over the city.
It is
It's just ridiculous.
Crazy. OMG. Like this past weekend, we had a couple of events and things in Kennesaw, and we had to go out tomorrow, and the highways are psycho. Completely psycho.
It's awful. It took me an hour and a half just to get to rehearsal, and it usually takes me like 45 minutes.
Yes.
Welcome to Atlanta, people.
Yeah, welcome to Atlanta. And as everyone is saying, we're full. No, we can't take any more people. No, we're done. We're full. Just turn around, go back wherever it was that you came from. Atlanta is full.
Oh, come on. That's not the true Southern spirit.
But it's how I feel now. That traffic, it was like 2 hours. Craziness. All right, Ty. So let's talk about your journey to the acting realm. Now, your tagline on the website is engineer turned actor. How did
That is correct.
happen?
Well, that's a good question. So I've always been performing. Ever since I can remember, I've been hitting the stage. Even when I was an awkward homeschooled kid back in elementary school, I was always performing. But it really didn't start to take off, I guess, until my senior year of high school when I actually became classically trained in ballet. I performed in productions at the studio I was training at, and then also I was going to college at the same time while I was a senior in high school.
Wow.
And I actually trained and performed with a dance company at the college as well. And that kind of sparked a bigger interest in the arts and what I could do with it. But growing up in the Deep South, you have this feeling that's put on you of the starving artist, that you're never going to make it, that you're always going to be hungry, you're never making enough money, and never learning what kind of jobs were out there for artists. I kind of fell into that trap. And even though I had an offer from a college to go dance professionally, I decided to actually pursue my other dream and go to Georgia Institute of Technology and get a degree in electrical engineering because a side dream that I had that I was going to pursue at that time was to get my PhD in nanorobotics.
Wow.
Now, that has changed dramatically. And through my college years, skipping ahead, not want to spend too much time on the minor details of my college life, I basically performed with a great theater company called Dramatech Theater. It's a student-run organization They are incredible. It's Georgia's oldest continuously running theater, actually, run by a bunch of nerds at Georgia Tech. And my senior year, I had a change of heart, and I decided that I wanted to follow my passion and my dream. And so I booked 2 professional shows while graduating from Georgia Tech and wrote and directed and choreographed my own show. And then also landed an apprenticeship with a theater company, Georgia Ensemble Theatre, up in Roswell, Georgia, to start officially training and honing my craft and learning where it could take me.
Wow.
So that's kind of how I got to where I am now, and I've been professionally acting for 2 years. And in the past 2 years, I have performed in over 30 shows and choreographed over a dozen shows.
Wow. That is incredible. That is incredible. And you're only just getting started. It's not even, I mean, the takeover is real for you too. You're taking over the game. It's not even NYC, New York.
My best.
Oh my goodness. So what was that training like as far as, well, really, what was the balance like for you as far as being in school and then someone having still that inkling for the acting bug? How were you able to balance the two?
A lack of sleep, for one. That I would say a lack of sleep. But I will say this, I never pulled an all-nighter at Georgia Tech.
Wow.
Not a single time did I ever pull an all-nighter, because even though I was in school full-time, I held a part-time job at Turner Broadcasting System as a project manager, and then I was performing every semester at Tech. I still knew that I needed to sleep, because sleep is important. That's the trick. You need sleep. Your body needs sleep.
Yeah.
But to be honest, it was just being extremely focused. And my friends joke that I have a very detailed calendar, and the only way to get on my calendar is by, you have to get on my calendar. There's no other way. Like, if you're not on my calendar, I don't remember, because my brain is going in a million other different directions. So if it's not on my calendar, I just don't remember exactly. So it was a balance. I mean, I'm trying to think of a better way to explain it other than, you know, you have set goals, and every semester I would set new goals for myself. I would set personal goals, school goals, and work goals, and I would work on achieving those goals, and those kind of kept me motivated and focused on what I needed to do to be successful by my standard, not what other people thought successful as, but what was going to be my standard of success.
Right. Wow, yeah, that's definitely, I tip my hat to you, because at one point I was actually a theater major for an entire year, and it was...
Get out!
Yeah, I was a theater major at Columbus State University, and, you know, we did everything from building the background of the characters, knowing about those moves, and, you know, blocking, and it's a lot that encompasses, so I always tip my hat at professionals like yourself that have found that balance, like it's natural for you. And, you know, we just need some more people that are as passionate about it as you are, because I know that you take this serious. This is not like, oh, I'm just doing this every blue moon. And I mean, learning lines and actually understanding what those lines mean and trying to convey a situation right there in front of a live crowd night after night, you know, it's a lot that goes into it. So it's always humbling to meet someone as yourself that is taking such an interest into the arts and the theatrics of it, darling.
Well, fun fact for you to know is actually 2 of my co-stars, the guy playing Steve and the girl playing Jane, are actually graduates of CSU, Columbus State University.
Shut up the book.
No, yeah, they actually graduated from there. So it's more reason to come to the show for you.
Absolutely. Oh, I'm already coming. It's not even a question. I'm there. I'm with you guys. So we've already worked out those statistics. No, I'm totally there with you guys. I cannot wait to see this one. So going back to the acting, the craft of everything, what has been your biggest challenge?
My biggest challenge is not thinking on stage. A lot of times I would find myself criticizing myself, even criticizing other people, and it takes me out of the moment. And one of the first things that I worked on with my acting coach when I was like, this is what I want to do, this is where I need to go, but I need the training, is he kept hounding me and calling me out every time he could see that I was thinking on stage and not just reacting and existing and being on stage.
Right. I'd imagine, yeah. So how were you able to overcome that?
I think it's different every time. It depends on the situation. Sometimes I'm able to, for example, let's take a dancing number. That's super fun and easy and light. And once I've set my intention of what the number's trying to convince someone of something or to get something from someone, it's a lot easier to be in the moment, enjoy the dancing for what it is and the singing. For one-on-one scenes, you really have to surrender to, again, that intention and also create an as-if. So a lot of times what I'll do is I'll start to create scenarios of this relates back to me as if X, Y, and Z, so that I'm emotionally there, and then I just let the text and the words take me there.
Gotcha. All right, so let's go into how you connected with Outfront Theatre, because they are phenomenal. So for you to connect with them, how did that connection come about?
Paul and I have been friends for about 2 years now, and him and I actually had some coffee dates where we talked about the theater company and how I could get involved with it because I was interested in working with them. And this is actually the first show that I was actually able to audition for them based on my schedule. And I got the script probably back in December to look over. And the moment I got my hands on the script of The Most Fabulous Story Ever Told, I fell in love with it. I thought it was poignant. I thought it was, even though it was written 20 years ago, it still resonates today. And I could not stop laughing. The entire time I was reading the script, I was laughing out loud. Every single line. I mean, I don't want to give away too much, but, I mean, when the gay people meet straight people for the first time, I mean, I was just rolling on the floor laughing. And when I got the chance to audition for the show, I knew that I wanted to add him because of what he represented and how closely related I felt to him and my own personal beliefs. And I worked my ass off, studied my ass off, and I was like, I want this role. This role is mine. And after the auditions, I got the role. And here we are, 4 weeks into rehearsals now with only 2 weeks left.
Wow. Amazing.
Yeah, it moves pretty fast.
Hey, sometimes that's what it has to happen, you know? Sometimes that's how we got to move with it and make things go. So, yes, what are you most excited about with this show?
Oh my gosh,
so much.
I don't know. So much. With this show, what I am most excited about, honestly, I think I'm most excited about bringing to life and having an audience to laugh at all of our jokes. Because the writer, Paul Rudnick, did a fantastic job writing all these quick, funny moments that just go beat after beat after beat. I mean, you're just laughing almost nonstop. So I'm really excited to ease the audience into this really fun show, but also give them questions, especially if they come from a faith background, to really consider in terms of how do they feel about questions that don't have answers when it comes to our faith, the Christian faith.
Right.
And because that's Adam's entire struggle, and even his struggle with Steve, is these questions that he has. He wants these answers, and his life is surrounded by knowing these answers. But what do you do when you can't get those answers, and you will never know those answers? And Steve plays a crucial part in helping Adam realize that in the end, but it's a very heartwarming and almost heartbreaking story at the same time to see that transition.
Awesome sauce. So let everybody know, as far as tickets go, where can they go and get tickets? I know surrounding areas, ATL and beyond, where do they need to go? When is opening night? And everything else to do with the most fabulous story ever told.
Yeah. The most fabulous story ever told. So they can go to Outfront Theater, that's RE.com, and purchase tickets there. We open April 27th, which is a Thursday, and run through May 14th. So we are doing shows Thursday through Sunday. Plenty of chances to catch us performing, and you don't want to miss this show. We're on track right now to have many sold-out nights. The sooner people get their tickets, the better.
Awesome. All right, and I have to send out a huge, colossal congratulations to you for, jumping into the Atlanta Acting School. All right. In NYC. Yeah.
Yes. I'm moving up to New York to go to Atlantic Acting School this summer, which is a 6-week conservatory. Going to be kicking my butt. Yeah. And it's going to be fun, but I'm also super nervous. I've never lived anywhere outside Georgia, so this will be my first adventure outside the South and into a city much, much bigger than Atlanta, but it is going to be an adventure, let me tell you.
It is going to be phenomenal. I know that you are just going to continue to shoot up to the sky and out and beyond, and you're going to get your first major motion picture. We're claiming it for you. I see that happening.
Oh,
we're going to get
honey.
it.
Let's claim it right now.
We are claiming that. I see that for you. And, just always keep that fire. You've got a fire about you, when we met. And it's just, I don't flock to many people. Not to say that I'm not a person to flock to, but you have an energy just radiating from you. Your aura is just drawing me in. So I definitely I'm looking forward to seeing, because I'm a fan as well. I want to see you grow. I want to see what the next chapter is going to look like. So you keep on pushing forward. You keep pushing forward.
Oh, you too. And thank you so much for inviting me onto your show and connecting me with your fans through this. You are just incredible.
Oh,
thank you so much.
You're such a sweetie. Okay, but before we leave, I've got one more thing for you. So you've got the background as the actor. You've got the degree. What advice would you offer to any other young person that may be listening to us right now, maybe downloading us, whatever the case is, and they're like, hey, that kind of sounds like me. I'm working on this degree, but I kind of want to do the acting thing. Maybe the industry is for me. What advice would you offer them today?
Go get training. It sounds weird, but I think the one thing that we can do as young people, I'm 24 myself. I still consider myself a young person. I'm getting older every day. Yeah. But go get training. And train nonstop. Always be learning from someone. Always be taking classes. And always audition. Auditioning, no matter if you think you're not going to get the role because you don't think you're good enough or too much competition overwhelms you, that's still training. You're working your craft every single time you audition. And the one thing I hear from people sometimes in my generation is that they think they don't have to go get training anymore. They think they've done it. They've got the degree. They don't have to learn. And I think that's the biggest downfall is not learning. We should never stop learning. Yeah. And that goes for anything, no matter what you're doing, really, but especially in acting where our craft is dancing and singing and it's a physical component and it's a mental component. You should never not be training and never not growing.
I totally agree with you. That is hands-on. That is the best advice that I've heard thus far is just, never stop learning. And like you said, that's with anything, not just acting. I don't care if you are a veterinarian or you're studying, animals or whatever the case is, always stay up on the up and up. And well as I do with social media, it changes sometimes every day and sometimes hour to hour. So we've got to be on what is hot, what's going on, and how can we stay relevant with what the news is and what's going on in this. So, absolutely.
Completely agree with you.
Absolutely. All right, Ty, so let everybody know how they can reach out to you, how they can follow you, and all that other great stuff.
Yeah, so you can find me on all social media at JTYAUTRY. That's J. Ty Autry, and then my website is the same, jtyautry.com. All the information's right there.
Perfection, perfection. So what is the J for?
That is the initial for my first name.
Oh.
True to Southern fashion, I am going by a nickname of my middle name.
That is so cute. That is too cute. And what if
my full name is actually...
Go ahead.
My full name is Jackson Tyler Autry.
Ooh. That sounds like a royal name there. That sounds like some royalty.
Oh,
Autry.
Oh, stop it.
You're going to make me blush. Please, Busy.
I'm already blushing right now, darling.
You are a sweetie. Thank you so much, Ty. Just like I said, much more success to you. Like I said, we're going to be on the sidelines cheering you on and telling people, hey, I know Ty. I know. All right.
Hey, yeah. I know Ash. So this is great. I loved every second of being on this with you.
Oh, you're such a sweetheart. But thank you so much. And thank you to everyone that's tuned into the show. I appreciate you guys. Of course, you can check out all the up-to-date information on me and everything that I'm involved in on ashsaidit.com. Go to ashsaidit.com right now. And like always, anyone to tell you that you can't do what you want to do, you look them square in the face and tell them, don't believe me, just watch. Watch what I do. Watch me make it happen. Watch me make history. Because that's what we're doing this for. We're doing this for the history books. Social media is cool. It's fun. It's nice. But real life is so much better. All right. I love y'all to pieces. Keep doing what you do. And until next time.